Hello and welcome to Dad Got This, where we're into the tough questions like, how do I like my Shark Matrix Duo after 9 months? And why did the vacuum cleaner struggle to make friends? That second one's easy, because it sucked at socializing. About 9 months ago, Shark sent me this robot vacuum. I didn't have to pay for it. I didn't have to send it back. Factor that in however you like. Now, all that time ago, I did a video showing you how to set this up and do everything because honestly, the manual wasn't very good and didn't really tell you much. But I had a recent viewer who asked, hey, how do you like it after all this time? Maybe do a follow-up. So this is that follow-up because I have comments. Let me introduce you to Bob. That is what he is now called. He used to be called IG-11, a Star Wars reference, but my daughter has since decided to rename him Bob. So this is our robot vacuum Bob, and he's kind of like a member of the house. I don't know, we talk to him as he's going about and doing his business. I don't know if it's weird. Let me know in the comments if you have one of these things and you happen to talk to it and make fun of it as it goes around the house and does weird things, because it does some weird things. I'm gonna have to read this number off because it's very long. The model number on this unit is RV2610BTUS-T3. This is one of their Matrix Duo models. It can mop and vacuum, and it vacuums quite well. Bob does a pretty good job of keeping the overall dust level in the house down. We have a mix of carpet in the bedrooms, hardwood in the main area, and some tile in a couple other areas. And he pretty much seamlessly transitions between all of those for vacuuming. Does a pretty good job. Not what I would consider a phenomenal job on the hard floor areas, especially in the kitchen. If we drop anything that's a little bit sticky or chunky, he doesn't really get that very well, but I don't expect him because he's not scraping or scrubbing. It's just a light vacuum. I currently have Bob set to go out every morning at 9 a.m. He goes and does his run. Our house is about, call it 2,300 square feet, but Bob can't do that whole house by himself in one run. He ends up splitting it up into 2 runs. He'll run throughout the house from 9 for about an hour or so, and then he comes back to the dock, recharges, and he goes out sometime later in the day. He just picks that time that he goes out later in the day, but all in all, he gets the whole house cleaned, and he does a pretty good job of it. Don't have to babysit him, other than a few things. I will say, this robot is very aggressive when it comes to obstacles. It does not care. It will attempt to dune buggy over anything and everything. We have some stools in our kitchen area that have like metal legs. And you would think when he bumps into that, he'd stop and turn around. No, he just tries to power through. And if I don't put my stools up when I have him out cleaning, you'll hear this racket. It's ka-tang, 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 ka-tang. And it's Bob bouncing up and down, attempting to go over it. We have a scale that sits in our bathroom, and he will attempt to run over the scale. He is very aggressive when it comes to getting his cleaning done. I would like it if he would be a little bit less aggressive, and when he bumps something, he just turns around. Or if there was a setting that I could maybe change for his obstacle avoidance aggressiveness, that would be great. As far as maintenance in the 9 months, I haven't had anything really crazy I had to do. I did have to do a clean out of the unit, wash all the filters and do all that. And it's really actually pretty simple to do. So if you, okay, here, if you pull this right there, that is your dust bin. And then it should be pretty clean. I just recently did this, but as you can see, there's a filter in here. You just pull it out from the back, and you gotta dust this off, bang it out every once in a while, or he'll start losing suction and he won't vacuum that well. As you can see, it's been a little bit of a time since I did it, so this is about time to be cleaned. There's also a secondary filter right here. This one is easily accessed by removing 2 screws Not sure you have to remove these screws, but it's made it so much easier removing them for me. And just pulling that little cover off. And you'll see, got all kinds of junk built up in there. Just go ahead and give that a little clean out. And then there is another screw right here that you're going to want to remove. And then this guy comes completely out. Now these filters are washable. You can do that. They're also replaceable, but for me, I just hit them with a little vacuuming. There you go. This guy pops. There's two little clips right there. Then pushes down. Grab your screw. Screw that in. Take this guy. There we go. Once you kind of get it to slot in, then you can grab your screws. Grab yourself a microfiber or something if you want. Now, another thing you want to make sure you're keeping clean is these two things here. These are the charging sensors. Just give them a wipe down. And then you can slide your filter back in. As you can see, it only goes one way. It will not go in that way. So you know you got it in right if it goes in. And then pop it back on your robot. I would recommend doing that about once a month to keep it running optimally. Optimally? That word. Optimally. The only issue I really ever had with Bob was we had a bad power outage once and it completely lost Wi-Fi, kind of reset and reconfigured everything, and Bob lost connection to the app, lost connection to everything. He would not work, would not connect. I couldn't control him through the app. I couldn't do anything. So I had to go through a reset procedure. However, it was pretty easy. All I did was unplug my router, let it sit there for about 30 seconds to a minute, plugged it back in, ensured that all of my Wi-Fi was functioning properly, and then I moved on to rebooting Bob. Now to reboot your robot, there's a power button right here on the top. Hold it for 10 seconds. That's gonna reboot the robot. It doesn't erase it or anything like that. Everything stayed the same. All the information was still in my app, but it just kind of reset him and had him go looking for stuff again. I then logged out of my app, quit the app, logged back into the app, and everything was there and working, and he connected fine, and he's been great ever since. I did have one other issue where it was a weird glitch where the schedule just stopped working. Bob just decided he didn't want to work anymore and he wasn't going to go out at scheduled times. The only way I was able to fix it at the time was to go into the Google Home app, connect Bob, and set up a schedule through Google Home instead of through the Shark Matrix app. Now, eventually I was able to delete that Google Home schedule and go back to the Shark Matrix app after a while, but I don't know why or how or what happened, but it's working now. And now onto mopping. To activate mop mode, what you do is you take your dustbin out and you insert the mop attachment. The mop attachment removes with a button instead of a press. There is also a filter in the mop attachment. As you can see, mine is very clean. Now this one, same setup, same procedure for this. Now, I think you can do it without removing that other two, but let's find out. All right, you can remove it without removing the whole unit. And then give it a nice wipe. It is just a little more finicky to get it back in if you don't remove that piece. Grab your rag, give anything you want a little wipe down. All clean. There are also two filters inside the base station itself. Flip open the lid and pull the first one out. This one you just kind of knock around, maybe give a vacuum, and then this one also goes in. Slides in the bottom, the other one goes on top. Bob's your uncle. everything's good to go. You can wash them if you need to, just let them dry for 24 hours before you use the unit again. During all that cleaning of the unit, I made a royal mess on the floor underneath my table, so I thought I'd let you guys take a look and see how Bob does in a matrix clean mode. This is a section where you can pick a square on your map, tell him to go to town and really clean it deep. He takes about 10 minutes, and as you can see, he did a pretty good job. He got the area pretty darn clean, and I made a pretty big mess. Here is my main gripe about this particular unit. I honestly don't use it to mop that often, and here's why. The unit will not automatically empty and do everything when it is in the mop mode. When it is in mop mode, it will vacuum, and you could use it as a vacuum the whole time and just leave it that way. However, you will be in charge of emptying its dustbin every time. It will not empty the dustbin. A little annoying when you have an automatic emptying robot. So you really can't just leave it in mop mode and decide, I want to mop today, I want to vacuum tomorrow. I want to mop today, I want to vacuum tomorrow. It doesn't really work out easily that way. If you want to mop, you really want to just go ahead and add the mop thing, do a mop run, take the mop thing out, switch it back to vacuum, and let it be in vacuum for its next thing. Now, most people don't mop every day. We don't mop every day. But it would be nice to be able to have him go out every day in my kitchen and just do a quick little cleanup of the area that I cook in, because that's what gets the most dirty. But I have to go ahead and set him up to do everything that way, and it's really kind of annoying. So for me, I just end up grabbing a bucket and my mop, quickly hitting that one section, and being done with it. What we do in our house is we do a deep clean once a month, scrub the floors, scrub the cabinets, scrub everything, scrub showers, everything. Really deep clean everything that one time a month. Other than that, we just do your basic light maintenance cleaning. And he's great for keeping up with the vacuuming portion of that. The mopping portion, like I said, I just don't feel like I want to go ahead and do all the rigmarole to get him set up to mop when I could have, in that amount of time, quickly whipped out my mop, done the 4x4 area or whatever it is over there by my kitchen sink, and be done with it. So here's my recommendation. I would not recommend this particular unit for a mop vacuum combo, at least if you are like me. If you don't mop all the time, then it doesn't really make sense to kind of leave it in mop mode. I would just get one of the cheaper models that just vacuums, let it do its vacuuming, and then me do a little bit of mopping when I need to. Now, if you do need to mop a lot and all the time, they do have a model that has a tank built in, and it can auto do everything in the mop mode, vacuum, mop, empty itself, do everything. That is the unit that I would recommend if you want one that mops and vacuums. Am I gonna fire Bob? No. Too convenient to have him in vacuum mode and just kind of take care of everything. It has kept the dust down in the house. We sneeze a lot less. Allergies are down. It's great. Now, if you are enjoying this content, please do the likey, subscribe stuff. YouTube loves it when you leave a like. I love it when you leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section, and sometimes I make videos based off of them. Now, if you really want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Members get early access to videos, shout outs, all kinds of fun stuff. But if you can't, please just subscribe. It would really help me out. So I guess that just leaves one question to answer. How did the vacuum cleaner handle a breakup? Just sucked it up and moved on. Yeah, pretty bad. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, review vacuum cleaners and all kinds of stuff. But one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye. This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support, and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on.